everybody, and welcome to the Dump Stat. Today, we are back in Valborough doing episode 12, where fortune tellers show you your death for 500 gold. Spilling coffee on the future mayor will probably have no real repercussions, and pharmaceuticals are readily available as long as a shadow is nearby. It's a comedy, I promise. We have playing with us tonight, Rod Clark.
Hello, my name is Rod, and tonight I will be taking on the persona of Mose Chisai. Mose is evidently a future mayoral candidate, failed paralegal who's now being tracked down a little bit by some people that he might have gotten in trouble a long, not quite long time ago. Yeah, he's trying to figure this out. Sweet as a rose, vote for Mose. We're workshopping these. We're gonna work on that. Workshopping.
Vote for Mose. I don't think we ever actually said specifically what happened with Benson Horowitz and your previous job when you were just a guy outside of Valborough.
Just yet. The time will come.
Okay, cool. Good. We have with us Tyler Mann.
I play David Zatz. He's a gay Ghostbuster. That is, he is a Ghostbuster who just happens to be gay, and he's got a ghost. He's got a ghost in a flask who's may or may not be a genie, and we're trying to solve a mystery.
Hey, but have you busted that ghost? We have with us Neon.
Howdy, Neon here. I am playing Mercury Mercy Widdershins, hippie druid, well, more mean girl than anything else, and campaign manager to Mose, and possibly sometimes erstwhile pimp. Mose, offering up his sweet red booty to weird sex perverts.
Yeah, listen, he was at least he asked, you know? He was a brave man. We have with us Joshua Barbeau, the biggest sex pervert. I'm just kidding.
Why you gotta introduce me like that?
I love you. Joshua Barbeau, the most strapping, handsome gentleman who treats everyone with dignity and respect, unless he's playing D&D.
Yes, that's right. I am Joshua, and tonight I will be playing whoever the fuck you want me to be, baby.
Oh, shit. Okay.
No, I'm a changeling named Taylor, and I can literally become whoever you want me to be. And I'm known for becoming random people at the drop of a hat, and sometimes answering questions as if I was a magic 8-ball.
Inspiration, of course, only lasts one session, and if you don't use it, well, you must give an inspirational speech. This session is going to go to everybody because honestly, last session was amazing and you should all be very proud of yourselves.
I hate it.
Christian is trying to stack the deck to make sure at least one of us is going to do that inspirational speech at the end.
No, honestly,
like, if I give it to everyone, that's the maximum number of chances someone will forget about it.
I mean, there is that, but also I sat here and I was like, who deserves it? And I honestly was like, damn, these guys role-played the absolute hell out of last session. But I will put something forth to the group in a not facetious way. I also did amazing, I think. Would you guys be okay if the DM had inspiration as well this session? Is that allowed just this once?
What does that even mean?
I mean, you said everyone gets inspiration. You would therefore be lying if you didn't also give it to yourself.
I think you deserve it as a little treat. I think we should get to vote on which roles you can use it.
Nope. I don't think that's the way that works.
Does our little recording guy Craig get?
Yeah, I don't know how he'll do an inspirational speech because all he can say is now recording, but
that's pretty inspirational.
That is inspirational. He lets you know what he's doing, and he lets you know well. All right, guys.
Poetry.
Let's do a little recap. And by little, I will try. Last session, we had two groups traveling around over the course of a week. During the time we weren't exploring, you were getting settled into your new classes at Winchester College and working your part-time jobs. Mercy and Mose went to a tattoo shop to get Mercy some eyebrow piercings to go with her newly regrown eyebrows, where they met Trevor and Ashley. They were very intrigued by Mose and invited him to be involved in a throuple. Exchanging information with Mercy, which kind of made her a pimp, they promised to get Mose an assless 3-piece blue suit and then gave Mercy 4 tickets to an everything to do with sex show. Mercy and Mose then went to yours, and yours, meeting the orc lawyer David Ure in person. They tried to discuss pressing assault charges on Trevor, but quickly changed to speaking about Benson Horowitz. All they learned was Benson was trying to find a partner to work with in Valborough and had someone very large with him who was wrapped in a scarf and baggy clothing. The group then went to Hot Topic, meeting Sarah Phim, Mercy's high school friend turned enemy. After Mercy spilled her coffee on Sarah on purpose, Mose announces his candidacy to become the next mayor. At the same time as this, Taylor bought some drugs and finally connected with Michelle Strongjaw. Then, David and him went to a fortune teller to see their past, present, and future, learning that Henry is probably from very far in the past. Michelle was conflicted, and in the future, Taylor Morgan may die. They then went...
Don't gloss over that. I saw a very, very, very graphic and vivid depiction of my death.
Yeah, I guess it's proof that
Probably
Taylor
deserved
Morgan
it.
is not heartless yet. Finally...
Wow.
Finally, they go to meet Michelle Strongjaw in person, where Taylor as Fillmore Butts breaks up with her and then flirts with her as Grant Gustin, leaving David as an awkward middleman the entire time. And then they go to a hotel together. A bow chicka wow wow. And that's kind of where we are now. Super quick. It's been 2 weeks and you guys have still been working. So Taylor, you get your weekly 400 gold, or sorry, 200 gold a week, so you get your 400 gold. Mose, you get 400 gold. David, you get 600, and Mercy, you get 600.
Fucking rich, you guys.
I'm giving you the money that you'll need as you're going to the Everything to Do with Sex show. The Everything to Do with Sex show starting in 1 hour, and the 4 of you are all sitting at Tasha's Cold Brew Coffee. You're sitting down, you're having some drinks. You see Christopher Buckstars in the back taking orders. You see a 3 Keen on bar using all 4 of his arms to make drinks with expert speed. And that's where we are now. You got an hour until the Everything to Do with Sex show.
I have a question. What is
Of
everybody wearing to the sex show?
Nothing.
Well, you have to have something on.
It honestly depends who I'm wearing to the section. I need to know my identity first, and then I'll tell you what I'm wearing.
Well, Mercy, what are you wearing? We'll start with you.
Just a bunch of leather straps.
Just no clothes, just leather straps everywhere. Cool. It has been another week. Your hair still is not regrown, but you do have a whole bunch of eyebrow piercings, a new tattoo. You look pretty sick. You're rocking it now. And now you're also covered in leather straps. I will also say that you received a package on your doorstep. And it was addressed to you and Mose.
When?
It would have been like yesterday.
Okay, we opened it. Obviously, what was in it?
It was a 3-piece suit, blue suit in Mose's size, but the ass was cut out.
Tastefully.
Yep. There was also a little gift basket. In the gift basket was some chocolates. They were all in the shape of penises. And there was also a little folded up cloth that said portable glory hole. And this gift basket was addressed to Mose.
What's up?
You got a package, and you're probably going to get another package later if the contents of this are any indication.
It did have some instructions with it. So what it does is when you hold this portable glory hole up to a wall, it creates a hole that's a couple of inches big, just a small little circle hole, but it does not obey the laws of space, so it automatically creates a connection to the other side of whatever you stick it to and makes it appear as if it's only about an inch away. So if you were to put this up against like an extremely thick wall, you would have a little hole that you could look through that is only a couple inches deep.
Like a non-Euclidean plane between 2 spaces.
Exactly.
Okay.
Just a very thin girth we talking about here.
Roll me a d10.
Terrifying answer to this.
Actually, no, make it a d6. That might be too girthy.
I don't know.
Like, were you about to say it's gonna be? It could be 10 inches wide.
Well, circumference.
I mean, I don't know bugbear anatomy.
I was just looking up bugbear on Rule 34 so I could see what a butt looked like. I think I have an idea.
It's 4. It's a 4.
A 4. Okay. Well, it's 4 inches across.
That's it's a thick dick. He's got a tape measure.
I literally have it in my desk drawer.
Okay. So, Mose, what you can do is add a portable hole, which is the magic item, to your inventory, but instead of it acting like a bag of holding, it acts like a magical glory hole.
Great.
Is it reusable?
Yeah, you don't have to use it like a glory hole. You can use it however you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna stuff a ferret in there for sure.
But you're just gonna put your ferret. That's good for recon, I guess.
I don't think I've ever been more upset by a gift.
Okay, so the real question, Mose, did you wear the suit?
There was, let's say, probably about an hour or so of me going back and forth, and so I think I show up absolutely wearing like boxers underneath of it, very like trying to cover it as best as I can while still technically being assless.
Obviously, you can have like a banana hammock and a thong. Like you're not just gonna be hanging brain the whole time.
You've got a pair of boxers
It
on.
is
So you see like little
button
hearts.
boxers.
You see little hearts through the holes.
Canonically has hearts.
But the butt hair is hanging out of the under of it anyway. It's just such a hairy butt. It's just like tufts of red hair, like a soul doll head.
Had to shave that.
The world was never meant to see this.
It's so disturbing. Just a perfect suit. He turns around and just hearts and tufts of red hair.
It'll be endearing among your constituents.
All right, David, what are you wearing?
I posted it in the group chat for Valborough.
Can you describe it out loud? Because we're a podcast.
Is it a first?
It's the Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man, but it's just the hat and the neck thing, and maybe like a gay little skirt. And I'm painted all white. Probably some reference to some old movie or something.
Henry is literally just wearing the belt around his chest, and that's it. But because he's a ghost, his lower half is kind of etherealized a little bit and is very translucent, so you can't really see anything.
He dressed up too?
Yeah, I wanted to look good. I wanted to look sexy for the show.
Are you able to walk around the show? Like I said, is this a magical show? Like, are we know that people will just make sense of whatever they're seeing if it's
Sex
strange.
party.
So
It's gonna
does
be
he just
weird.
look like a guy who's like wearing glow sticks or something?
He starts waving his hands in front of a random dude's face who's just drinking a coffee, who's a visible person, and the guy doesn't react to him.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Like, yep, only you guys can see me.
Can
Okay.
we see Henry?
Yeah.
Okay.
Visible people can't see ghosts. Taylor, do you want to join them later at the show, or do you want to?
No,
be
I'll
here
join them now. I'll join them now. I needed to determine who I was. Tonight, I will be taking on the persona of hang on, I just rolled it. I forgot his name already. His name is Tom Felton.
Is it
Tom
fucking
Felton.
Malfoy?
Yeah, Malfoy. Draco Malfoy. But no, to the actor who plays Draco Malfoy. I'm Tom Felton. I'm wearing a very lacy, light, button-up white shirt, but most of the buttons are undone. So, like huge V neck, and then like a pair of really tight, really short jean shorts, and that's it.
People are definitely
And sandals.
taking your
And
picture.
sandals. I also have like a duffel bag or whatever with additional clothing items in it in case I want to change, but that's what I'm wearing right now.
Got it. You guys look very out of place in this coffee shop.
I have a pair of sunglasses too, of course.
Of course. So what do you guys want to
Okay.
talk about before you guys head over?
How we're gonna ruin that burlesque show? Listen, I'm open to all ideas. We really need to discredit Sarah in order to get Mose's campaign off the ground here.
Right.
So-
And so, in case we all don't remember, the person running for the mayor who you hate is doing a burlesque show at the Everything About Sex show while she's running to be the mayor.
I was
Correct.
just about to talk about this. It's kind of insane that this is our politician.
The obvious answer to your problems is simple. Mose just needs to do a better burlesque show.
so not where we're going with it.
Mose just needs to get up on
No.
stage and upstage.
Throw the idea away. Safely throw this idea away.
No, I mean,
To be fair,
it's a good
Mose,
idea.
It doesn't have to be you being Mose. We do, in fact, have a shapeshifter.
Don't help me, God. If
That's
I
a
have
good
to
point.
watch
I
my
could
own
do a burlesque
act.
show as Mose.
You don't have to be there.
What
Mose, can I
if
see you naked a couple times so that I can get a good sense of what you look like with your clothes off before I impersonate that?
Can't say stuff like that when I'm about to drink a cup of water.
Why don't you guys just both go on stage? I think that'd be really fun.
Double
If-
Mose.
Double Mose.
That's
Double
that's
naked.
when we upstage her. Double
People
naked.
would be shocked if Tom Felton just started doing a striptease.
Yeah, but Tom Felton's not important for the sake of Mose's political campaign.
No, I disagree.
That's
I think
true.
Tom Felton is the way to go here.
You know
Are you
what?
saying? Are
You
you saying
know-
that Tom
you
Felton
know-
upstages her so hard that people vote for you? Sorry, go on, Taylor.
You know what? Wait. What if?
We're onto something.
Well, I think we're on the right track here. But instead of me becoming Mose so that I could help him get over his stage fright, what if I became his opponent? And then we could take some compromising pictures and you of his opponent
Stage.
doing things
So-
and blackmail her to drop out of the race.
A variation on that plan. If the three of us like hold up Seraphim and kind of like lock her away so that she can't go on stage, maybe she does go on stage after all. And Taylor, you
Yeah,
go
then-
up as her.
and then you just break it up.
And then this actually really helps with one of my ideas as a campaign slogan I was workshopping too. Sarah froze. Vote for Mose.
Do you have an actual paper that you've written? These
Yeah,
down
will you
on?
write it?
Yeah, I have a few. Do you want me to just knock out a couple?
No, save them for later. Save them for
Oh.
later.
See if they're germane to the conversation.
Also, people are once again shipping Mose and Taylor, and the ship name is either Toes or Mailer, and I think Mailer is just very appropriate for this session.
Toes does sound like feet.
Toes is pretty great.
What we were here for something else, right? Something about Mercy's brother.
My brother is missing and has gotten involved in some shit. He's supposed to be at this thing, right?
Right.
Your brother's not missing. I have it on good authority that he was seen not long ago by Michelle Strongjaw. Therefore, he can't be missing.
Yeah, where'd you see him though?
I don't know. I wasn't paying that close attention.
Also, who is Michelle Strong?
Some girl I had sex with.
So a ne'er-do-well.
Do you guys remember that goblin that he killed that had a wife? He had sex with her.
Oh,
The
it's just his girlfriend.
Just his girlfriend.
Right, just his girlfriend.
I
That
don't
makes it okay, I guess.
I guess that's kind of better.
All right.
She needed
Well,
a rebound.
She seemed
I
like
just-
she was really into it. I don't
She
know.
was really into it. I mean,
Was she into it or was she into Grant Gustin?
the answer is yes.
All right, well at least we settled that.
All right, so it sounds like we have a plan. Henry and I will do some recon around the show floor. The three of you will go to the burlesque show where you will kidnap what's her name?
Sarah.
We'll kidnap Seraphim. Taylor will take her body and do a bad burlesque routine, whereas then Mose will go on stage and do a burlesque routine so good that everyone else who's at the sex show and sees these two performances will change their mind about voting for Seraphim. Does that sound like what we should be doing?
Yes, absolutely does.
Yes, it does.
Mose?
No, but I'm outvoted.
You know.
No, you can. Hey,
Well-
what do you want to do?
While
Where
we're
do you think
while
we should
we're
be
just-
looking?
While we're
I
just
like
throwing
my
ideas
suggestion.
out there, what if people at this sex show saw Seraphim getting busy with Mose? That would completely discredit her credibility in terms of sleeping with the enemy.
Him as well.
I mean, you know, it's halfway to a good plan.
Or if you want to fuck her, just be someone else. You don't have to be me to fuck her.
No. I mean,
her.
her. Yeah. No, I mean, I was gonna be Seraphim.
We could let her go on and do the
Would probably be
performance,
into it.
but I sneak up in the rafters like Marty McFly with a bucket of goose fat, and we dump it on her. And
That might garner sympathy for her if you do that. She needs to suck at her burlesque, and then Mose needs to rock at his burlesque, and then as Mose is wrapping up his burlesque and everyone's cheering, she needs to get up on stage and start insulting him, you know, in front of everyone.
Sport, yeah.
You know, showing that she's a poor sport.
Mose, it's okay. You don't have to go on that stage. I'll do it.
What?
Why would
Does
you
that
do
not
it?
work?
It needs to be Mose.
I feel like I've got to like step in and sacrifice myself to save you from having to do that. Do I not? Okay, never mind. I'm gonna go. I'll leave you guys to come up with your
I
plan.
can't be both Mose and Seraphim at the same time. I can either be one or the other. So
I do have a suggestion if you guys want to hear it.
Shut up.
Well, hey,
Oh my
don't,
God.
don't
What's
be
the word,
rude.
Christopher Buckstar, valued member of our community.
No, I'm Henry. I'm the ghost.
It's Henry the Ghost.
I still haven't really gotten to meet the ghost yet.
Wait, am I dressed like this at the coffee shop?
Yeah.
We're all in the weird sex costumes.
Christopher Buckstar walks over and hands you all your drinks and just refuses to make eye contact and walks away. Henry goes, I can try and possess her. I'm a
Ooh.
ghost. It's an option. And then if I possess her, I could do the dance.
How are your dancing skills?
I'm gonna. My bad dancing skills are great. My good dancing skills are not great.
I just want to remind you, Henry, the stakes of this are that we're just trying to get Mose to be the mayor instead of this lady. It has nothing to do with finding out the mystery of who you are or what's happening with Mercy's disappeared brother.
Actually,
absolutely right.
sorry to correct you, David.
I mean, you can do it. I'm just saying. Like,
Here's the thing, Henry. Here's the thing. If Mose becomes mayor, he'll have access to all kinds of like historical records that are only available to like high-ranking officials, like the mayor. And
that
we
is true.
use those historical records to find out who you are. So,
Right, and we
David's
haven't
wrong.
even
This is related to your personal quest.
we haven't even looked on the internet or at the library.
Yeah, this is the library.
This seems like a smarter way to go about getting that information is by possessing
100%.
Sarah.
No, I'm enjoying hanging out with you guys. It's a lot of fun. So I'm cool with messing up with this woman's life. Let's
That's our main goal, is ruining this woman's life.
What would normally be the C plot is currently the only thing we're focused on.
yeah, the background plot doesn't matter. Christian's okay with that. The DM, he's fine.
Okay. So instead of me being Seraphim, you're going to be Seraphim by possessing her.
I'm gonna do my best.
It's
And then
your job
I
to
will be
kidnap.
I will be Mose. Because
Yeah.
Mose doesn't want to do the Okay.
Well, yeah.
So we're coming back to plan A then. I still need to see Mose naked.
I reiterate, there's no need for me to do a show.
Do you
I
want me to
don't-
do you want me to possess Mose? Right?
You might
No.
need to possess Mose. He seems really reluctant to do.
Henry, I
I'm not
just
gonna-
met you. Let's not
Most-
let's not sunder
most
this
would
relationship.
I would never
need
take
to
consent away
do-
from my friend. But I do think that we need to see you naked of your own volition.
No.
Listen, I've seen him getting out of the shower. We live together. It's just there's so much fun.
See me getting out of the shower.
Share an apartment. It's not that big.
I think for consent reasons, we should skip the plot line where we force him to take his clothes off.
No, we're skipping that. He's not doing that. No, Henry's already said, no, I won't take consent away from a friend.
We will, however, possess an evil woman's body without her permission.
Not even necessarily.
That's
Presumably, she's not doing bad things to the town. Just
Sorry, I never asked. I just like objected on principle. Like, what is her platform? Is it good?
does she have like good points?
It's
Is
very
she Republican?
basic.
Is she conservative? Is she?
We
liberal?
don't
What's
have
going
that
on?
in this world. We don't have any of that
It's
bullshit in
very-
this world.
no.
In this world, she had mentioned like wanting to give money to the arts in general in school. She was like the perfect girl. She was more on like the sides of like sports and cheerleading and stuff like that. In terms of what her platform actually is, outside of her just being well liked and being like, I'm gonna give money to the arts and to orphans and make sure that like small businesses get money, like her platform seems very shallow and basic, but the only other people running against her are barely noticed and don't have really strong platforms at all. So she's
That's
the
about
only,
to change.
except for Mose. Mose stood out in front of everybody and said, I like dogs, and that instantly put him in the contending with her.
So like, not a strong platform.
Nobody does.
Dog parks. Got it.
The
Should I get a
previous
dog?
the previous mayor was a plasmoid. His name was Charles, and all he did was show up to community events and like stand on floats and wave at people, and he never actually did anything.
But he was just
Is he-
just a big old pile of goo.
Is-
Yeah,
Is he running again?
yeah, he's not contending against Seraphim though. You guys head over to the Everything to Do with Sex show.
I'm ready when you guys are.
Yep.
Let's go.
You see, as you get up to leave, Christopher Buckstar wrings out a rag filled with sanitizer solution and just shakes his head as he goes to walk over to the stools. You guys go heading down to the Everything to Do with Sex show. You see other people who are dressed in scantily clad clothes on the street, getting more and more as you get closer and closer. If you want some sort of like what would this be applicable to? It's very similar to visiting a convention like Anime North or something, but instead of seeing cosplay, you're just seeing people dressed in like thongs and sexy clothes. You get to the event and it is just a massive line of these people wearing scandalous clothes. I forgot to mention it earlier, but part of what was in that gift basket was instructions for the VIP entrance.
Ooh. We're VIPs.
Wait. Taylor. Change into Sarah and just cut the line. Just be a real ass about it.
I can't. Not yet. I need to know what a person looks like before I can take their form. I have no idea what Seraphim looks like.
We went to high school together. You know what she looks like.
I have no idea what she looks like.
Well,
you expect me to remember someone just because I went to high school with them? I didn't remember what you guys look like until I got on that train with you back on our way back to Valborough.
I have a fair point.
as you guys are standing there debating why Taylor should know what Seraphim looks like, you see way on the other side of the line, there's like a buzz of excitement, and you see a limousine pull up, and out of it walks 4 bodyguards. They're wearing black suits with a white undershirt and a white tie, and they're all wearing black fox masks. Black fox masks. That is a hard thing to say. They are all wearing black fox masks that are covering their face in its entirety. So you can't really get a look at who these people are. You can kind of tell from their body size. One of them seems really small. One seems vaguely feminine. One looks like he has a huge body but a small head. And one looks incredibly muscular. And then you see Seraphim get out of the car. And she's wearing just a full white dress that is very deep cut. It goes literally to just above, like just below her belly button, like down. It goes down there. But she is wearing a white.
Does it go as low as mine? Lacy white button-up shirt that is barely buttoned up at all.
Yes, it goes below the belt line. Like it's going down there. And this dress like billows behind her as she walks. She's easily like 500 feet away from you right now. You do get a bit of a look at her, Taylor, wearing this mask.
I'm busy signing autographs. I don't even notice that I'm signing Tom whatever autographs.
I take a quick picture. Because he's clearly not looking.
You see her like wave at the crowd, her bodyguards standing on guard, and then she goes and walks a bit farther away and enters through where you know the VIP entrance is.
We look at those instructions for getting past this line.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm Tom Felton. I'm a VIP, right? They can let me in.
There's a small little door off to the side that says VIP, and you were told that it has an arcane lock on it, and the password to the lock was nipple.
Well, we know the password. Perfect. Let's
Do we
go.
show ours?
We'll figure that out
Word
when we get there.
nipple.
It shouldn't be hard. Like mine are barely concealed. Yours seem like they're just hiding under that flap of sailor outfit.
Mine are visible.
Henry goes, mine are out, but they're translucent.
I'm wearing a button-up lacy shirt, and I've only buttoned up one of the buttons. It's just
Yeah, you guys get up to this VIP door. You see in the crowd some people that you recognize from town. Nobody like super of note. Thank gosh you don't see your parents anywhere. And yeah, you're at the VIP entrance. What do you guys want to do?
I say nipple.
The door opens.
There you go.
We
See,
solved your puzzle.
I gave you the answer, and you guys were still like,
Are you-
"What if it's hard?"
Are you sure you don't want to like send the ferret around to double check stuff?
Tom Felton walks in.
You walk in and you see that you're entering into what looks like a dealer's room at a convention, but instead of it being like nerdy comic books and stuff like that, you see there's booths for dildos and booths for lingerie and booths on how to practice safe sex and just all of these different booths that are being run by incredibly interesting individuals. As you enter, there's a very old lady who's standing beside the door on the inside. She's wearing black lingerie, lacy lingerie, and she's got her makeup all done up. She goes, "Here's a program," and she hands you all little programs as you guys walk in.
What's
Nice.
the schedule look like?
Yeah, you take a quick look through it. You see that there are some entertainment that's been set up, and the end of the night is going to be the burlesque routine with Seraphim. You do see a couple things that stand out. One, you see a vendor that is called Street Pharmaceuticals. You also see another vendor that is called Kinky Candy, and it has a little purple top hat next to it. In the entertainment section, you see a couple things that stand out. One, the blind dating game. 2, the annual twerking competition. And 3, sexy trivia.
I turn around and I say to my friends, y'all, we got some time to kill before that burlesque thing. I'll meet up with you in an hour or half an hour, whatever. Closer. I'll meet up with you in an hour closer to the stage. And then I go off in the direction of one of those 3 things that you just said.
Awesome. You do see as well that before the burlesque show, there is another show, and it's called Call Me Sluta, and you see Trevor and Ashley's picture are next to it, implying that they are the opening event for the burlesque show. And Call Me Sluta is very much an attempt at being silly with the words Karma Sutra.
I didn't gather that.
I was trying to. I wrote it down. I was like, I'm not getting it.
It's not meant to be good. It's at all. It's supposed to be really bad on purpose.
Can I grab just like quickly grab one of the swag bags for the safe sex? Presumably there's like condoms and stuff.
Oh yeah. You see there's little free bags. It's got condoms in it. It's got some flavored lube. Yeah, just like, your standard safe practice stuff. It's got a dental dam. It's got a toothbrush.
Yeah. Give me that dental dam, baby.
Like an oral dam.
Just nothing sex.
Oh,
yeah. There's a tiny little flip book. It's like 6 pages long, and it's called Your Butthole and You. Things like that.
Oh my god, I should make that.
If you do, please post that in the art section on our Discord.
Yeah, it gets a little sound effect.
You open up the book and it's like.
Is that the joke? The whole thing? Mercy, what does your brother look like? I don't think you've ever told us.
He looks like, well, it's last time I saw him, he was kind of in his goth phase, his winter Eladrin look. I presumably, if this is where he's hanging out, probably the same. So we're looking for dark hair, dark eyes, maybe the opposite. I don't fucking know.
Height, name.
Abel. His height is. I never really paid much attention. A little shorter than me, I think.
Tyler, you met Abel. He turned into a zombie in like episode 2 or 3 and tried to kill you.
Yes, but that was like a year ago.
In game time, that was like 3-4 months ago.
Yeah.
I'm aware.
Wolf.
I think that's still enough time to forget.
He looks kind of like me, but not, and a dude.
Yeah. 3 months is enough time for me to forget what somebody looks like.
To forget your like recently re-met friend's younger brother.
Correct.
All right. Where do you guys want to go? There's like a lot of these other vendors, but the ones that are sticking out are Street Pharmaceuticals, Kinky Candy, the blind dating game, the annual twerking competition, and sexy trivia.
Is there like a lube booth?
Sure, we'll do the thing that I didn't plan for. There's a lube booth.
Christian's like, I have all these things I planned for you guys, and Tyler's just like, can I go to option none of those?
Yeah.
1,
go
2,
to
3, 4, or Q.
You go to a lube booth. You see it's being run by a boggle, which is the creatures from the first episode.
What?
No, sorry, not even the first episode. The unaired prequel.
Yeah, the prequel episode.
The fucking little things that we stepped on and they burst into goo.
I don't think that happened, but yeah, they spit goo. Blue. Taylor's dad killed them all in a tree stump. But yeah, you know what's the best part? We keep talking about this prequel. I went back and listened to the audio, and it's atrocious, and I will probably never edit it. So everyone's gonna be so confused when we keep just dropping lore from this prequel.
It's from our session 0.
There was, as I recall, there was like a terrorist attack or something.
Oh yeah, there was a bomb in a lodge. Anyway,
Mose went on a date.
there was one that had
These two gooey.
That's one way of putting it.
Boggles are essentially like goblin heads with arms on the side and legs underneath. They kind of look like a Pac-Man shape, but we described one as having big ears, one having a big nose, and another one having a big penis, I think is what we did. But those all died. So this one has really, really big eyes.
Hello.
Hi, friend. Are you looking
Hi.
to get slippery?
Hi, guys. I'm going to be here the rest of this.
Okay. David's
We
going
can't-
to hang out with
We can't keep RPing this. Here.
You see, he's got a slip
Slippery.
and slide behind him of lube. He's like, "Do you want to ride on the slip and slide?"
My God. Okay, Henry, you're a ghost.
Yeah.
You can float, right?
Yeah.
Can you fly up to the top of this convention center building and see if you can get a fix on Abel, possibly?
Okay, but could I like possess you and then we go down the lube slide first?
Of course. Can I just read the description of a boggle real quick? Boggles sweat a non-flammable and slippery black ooze that they leave to puddle or trail behind them like a slug slime.
Is he making this lube himself?
This ability could intentionally be invoked, although they also secrete the substance accidentally when nervous. They are also capable of inducing an opposite effect, causing a sticky viscous fluid to flow from their pores instead, which allow them to climb on walls and latch onto people. When they are allowed their oily secretions to pool, they could cause inch-deep puddles that stick people to the floor or result in slipping. So basically exactly the two powers I have.
They can be slippery or sticky.
I hated everything that you just said.
The best part of the Boggle is if you go to their entry on D&D Beyond, 15 out of the 16 comments below their entry are just Boggle. Boggle. That's pretty great.
Insane. Henry goes and flies at your body and then stands in the same place that you take up as he is going to possess your body. Do you resist at all or do you let him take possession of you?
Yeah, we haven't discussed it, but it's happened many times before already.
Because of your, we'll call it, unique connection and relationship, something interesting happens in this moment. You see like an energy starting at your belly button spread up and down. All of a sudden, you're wearing a black, tight leather suit. Your eyes start glowing blue, and your hair turns pure white.
Oh, this is a much
Okay.
better look, Dave.
This
You
is how I
essentially-
looked when Taylor was dead in the vision.
You essentially just Danny Phantomed.
I see. That took me way too long to figure out.
So when you saw him in the vision,
Didn't-
you just
didn't
saw that
think
he
he-
had blue eyes, and besides that, he looked like David. But I'm gonna retcon a little bit. You saw it, and he looked like this.
Oh, okay.
And he takes control of your body, and he goes sliding down this lube slide. Whee! And then at the end of it, he jumps out of your body, and he says, "Okay, that was fun, thanks." And he goes and flies up to the top of the venue and starts keeping a lookout for Abel.
David immediately go back to Stay Puft.
Yes.
Okay. Huh. That was interesting. Maybe this is the first time I see myself in a mirror or something. No, that's not true. There's a mirror
you
above
saw-
my bed.
You
saw
saw
yourself
yourself
reflection of the
reflected
pool
in the pool of lube. Yeah. All right. That's what David chose to do. Mercy and Mose, where you guys want to go?
I think Mercy wants to do the blind dating.
All right. Mose, do you want to go with her or are you going to go somewhere else?
I don't know. There's this cool Shibari workshop that I thought might be cool to look at.
Let's all do things that
Or
Tristan did
but
not
the,
plan.
but the trivia might be.
Never
interesting.
thought Mose would say that.
It's
What
like
the fuck?
it's just rope. It's just nice designs. There's a lot of it's more about an elegance and a grace that I really respect.
Okay, are you going to a fucking Shibari workshop?
No, I'll do trivia. But I'll see if I can get some information from them afterwards if they got a pamphlet or something.
Can we say that just we printed a bunch of Mose flyers? Like we just I have them tucked in one of my belt.
You got it. Okay, so the way the quiz will work for Mose, I'm just gonna post it right in chat. That is the BuzzFeed quiz. I don't care if you know the answers because it's Mose who needs to know the answers, not you.
Am I just filling out a BuzzFeed quiz?
No.
Let's test your
Audio.
sex knowledge.
Is that what
Uh,
it says?
And then Mercy, you go over to the blind dating game. Mercy, what type of person would you be most attracted to?
Mercy is pansexual, so Mercy tends to lean towards women or femme and beefy. She likes them thick and tall.
Cool. You walk over to the
Just orc.
blind
I'm looking for tall orc women. There we go.
Sick.
Answered the question. Got it.
Yeah. You walk over and you see an extremely muscly orc woman sitting up for the blind dating game. Doesn't see you because it's a blind dating game. And there's a little like old man who's wearing just like a very, very tiny thong who takes your name and gets you to sit down and start to enter the competition. As we're and then for the sexy trivia, Mose, as you walk over to the sexy trivia, you see sorry, 1 second. You see a gnomish woman. She is just in like normal clothing, but on the front of her shirt, it says sex matters. And she smiles way up at you. And both of them let you know that there's a chance for you to win a prize should you be able to beat each of these things that are happening. Taylor, what are you doing while these two are doing this? Or do you still want to abstain from telling me that?
Mercy.
Freudian
Mercy, not
slip.
Mo-
Very good.
Yeah, maybe Taylor's at the blind dating and we'll sit across from Mercy. Maybe Taylor's at the trivia thing and we'll suggest an answer to Mose. Or maybe Taylor is at the lubricated slide. You don't know, and that ambiguity is funny for me. You know?
Maybe ask
Mose-
my brother, or like try and get a good look at Sarah.
You get a strange feeling like you're being watched, Mose.
I don't need that on top of how awkward this entire experience is.
It's definitely not Taylor. I promise. Mercy, you are up on stage. A little crowd has gathered around you. There's a screen separating you from this extremely attractive muscle mommy of an orc woman, and she asks some questions to contestant 1 and 2, and you're contestant 3. And she says to you, "Hey, I really like it when a person is well read and knows the places that they came from. Can you tell me the name of the first person to discover Valborough?" Can you roll me a history check?
We'll see how that goes. History 17.
17. You do know that the first person to visit Valborough in we'll call it sort of like a myth or a legend, was a tabaxi pirate named Muffin Moonscar.
I'm gonna write that down in case it's important later. So I say Muffin Moon Scar.
Not many people know that. I'm pretty impressed. She
I'm
says.
Pretty surprised myself.
She has like this gruff voice because her teeth get in the way. Mose, you are in a similar position where you've got a bunch of people who are all standing around trying to answer these questions that are being asked, and you're kind of put on the spot all of a sudden, and you are asked, can you please tell me what is the recommended lubricant type for use with latex condoms? So your options are coconut oil, silicone-based lubricant, oil-based lubricant, or water-based lubricant. If you know the answer, you don't need to roll for it. If you don't know the answer, you can do just a straight intelligence check.
Okay, so latex was not an option.
The condoms are latex.
Yeah, so you want to use a latex lube, right? That's how that.
A lube
that-
made from latex?
What do you think? What do you think latex is?
Like
She's got like a projection
compound?
screen and she looks at it and it doesn't say, it's got the 4 options. It says coconut, silicone, oil, or water based. And she looks back at you and she's like, "Is that your final answer?"
No, all of these are gross. Water.
Water. She does like a really quick clap, just a
Please be water.
good job. You did it. You did it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
We cut back over to the
Oil-based lubricants are not good to use with latex condoms because they can dissolve the latex.
I love how we're playing D&D and we're educating our audience at the same time.
Look,
Sorry, I
don't
couldn't not explain why that's the case.
So
Latex
the
cannot be
surprising
latex is a type of plastic.
our everything about sex show convention episode is going to be by far the most educational episode of the Jump Stat to date.
Who knows? Yeah, it might. Yeah.
Kind of already, I think that's true.
Kind of already is.
That's incredible.
I mean, I'm here for it. We cut over to Mercy trying to get with an orc woman, and the orc woman asks a few questions to the other people, and then she comes back around to you and she says, "Mercy, it is also important that you are aware of the things that are going on in your city to me, paying attention to even the smallest details. We all know that in Valborough, there's a strong worship for the one above all and the one below all, but there's also a small subsect religion that not many people know of. What are they called?" Can you roll me a religion check?
Yep.
I would have done terrible.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my advantage.
A
That was hot shit for that roll. 16.
16? You have heard that there are some people who denounce magic in the sake of technological advancement, and they are called the technomancers.
Okay, that's not. I was gonna guess the in-betweeners, but that's great. The Technomancers, which honestly sounds like a pretty cool DJ, but not a religious movement.
You're not wrong there. No, so there's no people who are widely worshiping the one between all, the evil entity terrorizing your town. But there are people who don't prescribe to like, hey, the foxes, magic, life and death. They're like, no, technology. That's our shiznit. She like says, "Oh wow, okay, that was an actual pretty tough question." We jump back over to his sex knowledge. She goes, "What term describes a sexual act where a third person is involved with a committed couple?" On the board, you see mono relationship, non-casual, swinging, triamory, and threesome.
Mose, remembering back to the tattoo parlor and the conversation that went on there, just a deep sigh. Threesome.
She applauds. She's like, "Oh, good job. Yes. But just making sure that consent is important in communication during those moments, making sure that everyone is comfortable."
Oh, I kind of like that.
Mose is deeply uncomfortable.
It's the least sexy sex can be.
We go back over to the blind dating game. It's Mercy's turn again. The old man comes out holding 4 cats and puts them in front of the contestants. They're just little kittens. And the orc goes, "It's very important to me that people are good with handling animals, especially wild animals like these ferocious beasts. Please show me that you can entice them." Can you roll animal handling for me?
Hold on. I got a +3 to that.
You do feel in your pocket, Stormy starting to like bristle up.
Where am I keeping him?
He is nestled under a leather strap.
I'm wearing him like a fur stole.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Like just chill. Do I have to do an animal handling check for him as well?
Yeah.
Oh, I shouldn't have said anything. Damn it.
You can roll that one with advantage.
All right, so the first one is 15.
Okay.
Second one is an 18 to call my
Call off your
murder
bed.
weasel.
Yeah. Your murder weasel calms down and just settles to a little purr as you scratch the back of their neck. And the kitten just comes like barely waddling across the floor, its eyes blinking open. It's maybe only a couple days old. It looks up at you and it's just this tiny little squeak, and then it just goes up to your head and nuzzles into your hand. You look around at the other contestants, and all the cats are wandering around, and one pees on the guy.
Okay, so this is very adorable. Mercy immediately takes exception. It's like, hey, these cats should not be separated from their mother. Who is responsible for this?
You see a tabaxi just it comes over and picks up, and she goes, "These are my kids," and walks away.
Oh, even more so. They should not be at the sex party.
The mom looks back over her shoulder at you, gives you the hiss look, and walks away holding her 4 cats. The orc woman goes, "Well, that was weird, but good job, Mercy." We go back over to Mose doing his sex knowledge quiz. What practice involves only coming to the point of orgasm but stopping before climax?
Okay.
Is it edging, tantric sex, coitus interruptus,
Oh, man, I would have aced this quiz.
or blue balls?
I did ace this quiz while I've been waiting. I did the quiz. I got
Yeah,
all
I did
14.
too. Shit, I got 12 out of 14.
Coitus interruptus sounds like a spell from Harry Potter. Mother and father are at it again. Coitus interruptus. No more siblings for me.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I've seen this term in like documents before. Coitus interruptus.
She looks at you with an eyebrow
No.
raised. She's like, no, that's Latin for sex interrupt, but it's not the orgasm interrupt. The term we were looking for was edging. It was edging.
Sworn I've seen that in the dominatrix contracts.
You can't tell if you're doing this in character or not. Like in character, he doesn't know the term or something.
Yeah, no,
Like,
every one of these answers has been in character thus far.
I had assumed that was the case, but you are doing a very good job.
The two I've been rolling the commoners behind the screen to see how they do as well. They both failed that question as well, like horribly, like a 6 and a 4.
Great.
We go back over to Mercy. Mercy, you
How
are.
many more questions do I have to answer before this dummy mummy tops me?
I think you got one more. Yeah, you got 4. In the last one, she says, I really like going to the gym and working out my muscles. But after a long day of going to the gym, I need somebody who can rub my body in all the right ways. So what I'm going to need you to do is massage each other's shoulders. And whoever does the best job, well, let's just say that'll definitely give them an edge in this competition. Not
Are
like-
we being
not like-
judged? Precisely.
Can
Like
you
if we're
roll me
massaging each other, who is
you turn to your left, and you've been competing against a centaur. He looks at you and he goes, well, let's get it over with. And he turns his back to you and his big horse butt sticks out. Roll me sleight of hand.
sleight of hand and not like medicine for a massage to massage the muscles?
Ooh, you know what? I'll let you roll
Yeah,
medicine.
I think it would be a
instead.
medicine.
That's
a
that
good
is better.
massage. What is massage? But a medicine for
12.
You got a 12. Okay.
Total. Yeah. 9 plus.
I'm gonna see how this centaur does against you.
I was just gonna clop all over my back.
I'm gonna use my inspiration. Fuck! I got a freaking 7 and then a 7 again. Damn it! You go and you give like an okay massage to this centaur.
Super familiar with centaur anatomy. I'm massaging all of his horse flanks in weird ways.
When he turns around, you realize that he doesn't have hands. He has hooves, whereas human hands should be. And he just starts trying to like press into your back like some kind of cat, and it just really
Wait.
freaking hurts.
Wait, is this a reverse centaur?
No, he's just got hoof hands for some reason.
So all of his limbs are hooves.
This is what happens when centaurs and centaurs mate. It just gets weird.
Wait. So are centaurs canonically made from horses and people mating?
You know when you say something and you don't think about it first?
No,
I don't-
I never have that. Before.
I don't
Think about it after.
I don't know. This is the only centaur that has hooves like this. He's got 6 hooves and no hands, and he sucks at giving massages. And the Dommy Mommy rips the curtain back, her muscles gleaming in the stark overhead light as a light sweat sits on her body, and she says, well, it seems like you won this one. And she walks over to give you your prize. But before that, we cut over to Mose. Mose, I believe you've got, we'll just say it's one more question. I think I was going to do 5, but we'll do 4. So it matches. Let's find a really good one. And she says, and very important, again, with communication and again with like a strong relationship. What is the term for deriving sexual pleasure from humiliation or punishment?
the mercy.
Options.
Sorry, the options are exhibitionism, masochism, fetishism, or voyeurism.
These are so many different words. Can you read the question one more time?
What is the term for deriving sexual pleasure from humiliation or punishment? This is what me and my husband practice.
Was it? Did you need to color that?
Her husband, who's watching from the ground, goes, yeah, she did. And she goes, shut the fuck up. And he goes, oh, it's Neon's face when I did that.
This was supposed to be not sexy. Can I make a roll to see if Mose knows this?
Roll me an intelligence check. Just straight up intelligence. Unless you can argue an ability score, that would make sense.
That's a nat 20.
Let's go. You look across the room, just trying to think about it, and you see there's a booth called Masculine Masochism, and there's a dude just getting whipped on the butt over there, and you go, "Oh, that's the name, masochism. Got it."
Great. Masochism.
She applauds ferociously. The other contestant like stops his foot in the ground and he's like, damn it, I got everything wrong. I'm so stupid. No wonder my wife left me. And he goes walking off into the crowd.
Jesus.
And they both give you your prize. Mercy, you're given a book on leadership, and she winks at you and says, you'll definitely have a good time if you give this book a read. And you flip to the first page of the book, and it has her phone number written in it. And her name is... I'll let you name her, Mercy. What do you want your sexy orc mommy to be named?
I'm literally drawing a blank here on names. I got well, her name is we've got an orc. Her name is Slag.
Slag?
Wait.
Slag Queen.
No, we're not calling her Slag Queen. You absolute foul fuck. No. What are you doing, Joshua?
Hang on.
I mean, he redeemed the thingy. There's no rules that say a dog can't play basketball.
There's no rules that say a snail can't be a NASCAR race car.
All right, her name is now Vulva Dominatrix.
Okay, how is that better than what I said?
I mean, that's fine.
I redeemed 500 points. That's what makes it better.
Vulva's a part of the body. A slag is...
You know what? I'm gonna make one change. Instead of Dominatrix, it's Demonatrix.
Go for it.
A slag is stony waste matter separated from metals during the smelting or refining of ore.
It's
we get the
also
slang.
a British
That's
term for
exactly what she's
slut,
gonna do to the
isn't it?
my insides.
Okay, this is her stage name. She goes by Vulva Demonatrix. She winks at you and says, "Give me a call." This is a tome of leadership and influence.
Nice.
Oh shit.
Which does what? I should probably.
That's the charisma-based book.
Yeah, you read that book, your charisma goes up by 2.
Give that to Taylor.
No.
And Mose.
I want it.
Mose, you are given a it's like a hair tie, and she gets you to bend over, and she puts it in your, because you've got a big huge bushy beard as part of this wild magic thing, so she puts it in your beard. She like braids it and makes it look a bit more like Thor's beard from Avengers Endgame, where it's like all intricately braided. But we'll say that this little band acts as a headband of intellect.
Fun.
The second you put this on, all of the sexual terms fill your brain, and you know everything about sex.
Score becomes 19. Damn.
Oh yeah, you're smart now.
Wicked.
All right.
Thank you so much. As your future mayoral candidate, it is a pleasure to be here celebrating this.
She nods at you and says, you seem pretty cool. I might vote for you. I heard you like dogs.
That I do. Very pro dog, you know.
Do you own a dog?
Yes.
What breed?
Brown.
You see other people like in line, like, when's the next trivia? We want our turn.
And I just want to say, I don't mean to impose, but vote for Mose.
Can you roll me a persuasion check as you say this loudly next to a group of people?
I'm gonna go ahead and use my heroic inspiration on that roll. First roll was a 2, second roll was a 0. So we'll take the 2.
Oh, no.
I mean, I guess I can use the fox coin, you know, it doesn't go away if I still fail, but let's see what happens there. Probably not gonna do too much off a 2, but let's see. So that goes up to an 8.
You see like a light pattering. There's like 1 or 2 people in the audience who go, yeah, Mose, you can impose. We'll vote for Mose. But most of the people are kind of like confused looking, and you see some of them wearing little buttons that just say Seraphim on them. No catchy slogans or anything. And we cut over to David.
Before we do, how long does it take me to read this book? Can I do it while we're...
It would take you a couple days, so it's not something you get today. But if we have a week between now and the next session in game time, then at that point you would have had read the book.
Okay. Before we cut to David, I just want to say like as I'm leaving the stage, I was like, I just take like the wad of flyers or pamphlets and just throw them out into the crowd. I'm like, hey, you hoes, vote for Mose.
Can you roll me persuasion with disadvantage?
Why disadvantage?
Because you're throwing paper around at people who are there for the sex party. You're talking politics. 5 man. They flutter all down around the orc mommy, Vulva Demonatrix, and she kind of just raises one eyebrow and says, "I'm not really political," and just walks away. The crowd just starts walking on all of these posters and walking past you guys. We cut over to David, and what have you been doing? Because it's probably been about 15-20 minutes at this point. Have you just been going on this lube slide?
Henry has hopefully been keeping an eye out around the aisles, and I've probably been walking around looking at stuff, but just sort of taking in everybody to see if any of them are able, or if anyone matches the description of those rowdy youths that we've been hearing about, or him with, rather.
Yeah. You don't see anything that reminds you of any of that stuff. And while you're walking around, you do see Tom, who's this running street pharmaceuticals. But when you see him now, he's in like a tiefling form. He's wearing his sunglasses. He's got on a fishnet shirt and pants, and he's just absolutely shredded with a massive V. Every other time you've seen him, he's been in super bulked clothing. You also see Monsieur Musketeer, and he's just wearing a purple thong with his purple top hat and his gold cane and nothing else, and he's selling a bunch of candy.
Whoa! The children's chocolate mascot man is wearing nothing but a purple thong at this sex show.
He's running a booth called Kinky Candy.
You got to stop giving me comic ideas. Oh wait, are you literally talking about the character that I already drew for my? Never mind. We'll talk
Not on purpose, no. So you do see those two things. You see one is selling drugs and the other one is selling kinky candy. And Henry comes back down. He like floats back down. And he goes, "I haven't seen Abel or anything matching that description, but I did see one of Sarah Phim's bodyguards." They kind of looked like suspicious, and they went through back door into what was labeled the green room.
They were wearing fox masks, which either is a huge coincidence or very suspicious, and we literally never talked about it as a group. Show me.
He is going to start walking through the crowd, taking you towards that back room. And for those who don't know what a green room is at a convention or like in the other spaces as well, it's where the talent hangs out. So theoretically, that would be maybe where Sarah Phim was hanging out or other talent that's involved in this venue. So it could also be a place where vendors and stuff go to relax, things like that. So Tyler, you were saying that you wanted to go and check that out, right?
Yes.
All right. You go walking over to the back door, and you do see that this door also has an arcane lock on it.
Where is this door in relation to the convention center? Like, is it out in the open? Can anyone see this door? Or am I in like some back hallway?
So think of this like a giant open square space with a lot of vendor stalls and stuff set up in the middle. A really, really, really tall ceiling with high overhead lighting. There is an area that has a stage and a bunch of seating that's currently unoccupied. And this would be to the side of that stage. So nobody is really over in this area except for a couple people who are sitting down to rest their feet and stuff. So it's not hidden, but it is not meant to be accessed by the public, hence why it has that arcane lock on it with where you would need a password in order to open this door.
Right. Okay. So it's locked with an arcane lock?
Yeah. So
okay.
Arcane locks are, let me look up the specific wording. A door, window, gate, chest, etc. is touched, and it becomes locked for until dispelled, which is the duration. And creatures you designate when you cast a spell can open the object normally, but you can also set a password that's been spoken within 5 feet of the object, suppresses the spell. It's normally for 1 minute, but I'd say probably in this situation, I'd make that a little bit less. It just opens enough for you guys to be able to go through a door, and then it locks again when it closes. There are ways to break this. You actually interacted with an arcane lock before, which was the gate that led into Monsieur Musketeer's mansion. Like, it was just outside, but you were not able to figure out the password for that one and chose to climb the gate and or shove yourself through the gate.
Right.
This one's on a door.
Shocking grass?
You shock the door and nothing seems to happen.
Fuck.
Mercy and Mose, as you, I'll say you probably start to head off in this direction as you guys finish off your game. If you wanted to go and join them,
And we see him
Alright,
moving
great.
with purpose. I think we would follow. We're doing shenanigans certainly, but I'm also looking for my brother here. Do we have to pass by Tom's booth on the way to rendezvous with David?
yeah, you do.
Okay, I'm just quick drive by. I just slap down some gold and like give me whatever's weird. Just literally.
I'm because I'm at a convention. It's a little more expensive than normal. I'm selling them for 550 gold a piece. I've got stuff that'll make you hot, stuff that'll make you cold, stuff that'll make you hot and cold.
I haven't got a lot of time. Dealer's choice. Just give me whatever you got.
COVID?
Okay. How much you I don't have anything that'll give you cold. So 550 gold a piece. How much do you give him?
Sorry, how many does he have? Did you say 3?
So right now he has 6.
I'll take 2.
All right.
Just random. Just give me one of 2 random ones.
You got it. You get Barbane and you get Mistress Noose.
Do I know what those do?
You don't know what Barbane does. Mistress Noose, you do.
That's the one that gives me like it's like a portent, right? It's like
Exactly.
Okay, I pop that bad boy in.
You take the port and roll right away. Okay. You don't take the Barbane. Just the Mistress Noose.
I take both.
God. Okay. So first, can you roll me that port and roll? And it's just one single roll.
Mm-hmm.
And just give me a second to look up exactly what Barbane does, because I have it written out specifically. And then make sure you take 1,100 gold out of your inventory.
I got an 8.
You got an 8. Perfect. So you hold on to that 8. You can use that at any point between now and I believe it's your next long rest.
Basically any roll that happens near me or like to me, I can replace for the 8.
Yeah, any roll that you see. Barbane, you are currently under the effect of Barbarian's Rage. So you're just hyper angry, hyper masculine. At the end of 1 hour, you're gonna take a D4 of exhaustion, but only up to a max of 3.
Okay, so I have all of the effects of rage, so I can't cast spells.
I will say you can still cast spells. That's fine.
So I'm just real methed up.
It's pretty much just meth. You've got bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, resistance. If you do strength stuff, you do some extra damage. But the key here is the role play. You are angry, hyper-masculine, more douchey than Mercy would normally be.
So I basically just do a drive-by line and just like, all right, let's go. Let's go ruin some things.
Tom says, thank you for your business. Mercy gets a little bit heavier in her steps as she and Mose start heading towards David at the back of the venue.
Taylor catches up with you guys in the guise of Zac Efron. Zac Efron throws his arms around around Mercy's shoulders and Moses' shoulders and is like, "Hey guys, how's the night going for you?"
Officer Morgan?
What? No.
It's just okay. Isn't your dad Zac Efron?
Yeah, you know what? He is. I didn't think about that.
Henry sees you guys and he goes, "It's kind of weird that you're at an everything to do with sex show and you change into a form your dad uses. Just
you
repressed trauma.
You gross. I am now Beyonce. That's better. I start looking for all the single ladies in the room.
There are not many. You guys all catch up outside of this door. Mercy, your phone buzzes.
Call me right now. I check my phone.
You have a text message from Trevor, and it says, "Hey, just wanted to make sure you guys got to the venue all right. We're just in the back freshening up for the show, hoping to see Mose for the after show. Winky face."
I text back in all caps. Are you in the green room?
He types back, "Yes, ...
Most things might get a little weird in the next 30 seconds or so. Mose and I are actually right outside the door. You want to let us in? Is what I text back. Again, in all caps.
Fuck. He types back, "I'm going on stage soon. I don't know if I have a lot of time for fun before the show."
I hand the phone to Mose.
Who is
It's
it?
like, I'm literally about to snap this thing in half.
Okay, maybe you should take like a lap.
Literally do a sprint around the clock.
Oh God, that's so fast.
You see an old lady, you just shove her out of the way. She falls into like a dick balloon and
He
bounces
slides
off
on the
it. My word.
lube slide.
Yeah.
Jesus
But
Christ,
like
okay.
on your forearms only, so all of your stomach just clenches, so you get super abs as you slide on just your forearms. All right, Mose, you've got a phone.
How about showing us a backstage tour?
Roll me persuasion with advantage.
Still in caps.
17.
17. So with a 17, you hear Trevor. Oh my God, how did his voice? I think his voice was something like he was really a bit drunk. You hear him go, butthole, and the door creaks open. You see Trevor standing there, and he goes, "Oh, hey, Mose, I see you got my outfit. You looking quite hot in that. You are, come on back here, give you a little bit of a backstage tour. Yeah, we go in the back door before we go in the back door, if you catch my drift. Yeah. You see, you brought some friends. Are they into the cuck thing where they watch or they want to be a little bit more involved?" I like how this voice, a lot of it is, you can't understand it, but you just pick up keywords.
I don't like those keywords.
Talk a couple times.
Oh, your friend that was at the tattoo parlor got a cool piercing and a cool wave tattoo. She's running up here quite fast. Oh, she looks angry. Oh, I like an angry woman. Yep. Hey, you feeling all right over there?
No.
Shut the fuck up, Trevor.
Oh,
Sorry.
what?
Sorry. I just took something from the pharmaceutical booth.
Oh, you did some random drugs.
Yeah, fuck you.
Oh, yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time. Yeah. All right, you guys want to come back for your tour? Or what I say? Maybe we go in my room, we have a little bit of fun.
To the first part of that, yes.
All right, come on, I'll show you. You go first. I won't get a look at you.
Mose walks in.
Oh, hearts. Wow.
I like kick the door open as it's already open. I kick it anyway.
Oh my God. You guys go to the back of the green room and you see a thin hallway that is going down in the direction of the stage, and you do see a couple different rooms. And as you guys all walk in, the door closes behind you. You hear a little clicking sound as the arcane lock engages again. And he says, "Yeah, this is a green room. We got a lot of the talent back here. The first room here is where all of the the normal talent, like the vendors and such like, will hang out. My room's the next one over. The one at the end is where Seraphim's staying. I got to meet her. I shook her hand. I'm definitely gonna vote for you though, Mose. I'm just saying, I might think she's hot, but I think you're hotter. So that's all I need to be choosing a political candidate. Anyway, do you guys want to come see what my room looks like? Ashley's in there getting ready for a show.
What's your show consist of?
So it's just live action Kama Sutra. Actually, we just, it's like a dance of love and passion, but we also do all of the positions that are in the Kama Sutra.
Aren't there like 70 of those?
Yeah, it's a good.
Do we have time to do all of those positions? Am I there still?
Yeah, you guys all went.
Do we have
to the-
time to do all of those positions before the burlesque show later? Because we have
No, my
we need
show.
to be at that show.
My show that I do is doing all of the Kama Sutra positions. I only really need to do 2 or 3 that I'm really good at with Mose. Yeah.
Wait, you and Mose are doing all the Karma Sutra positions together?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
see.
No.
Oh, wait, are you Beyonce? Hey, listen.
Yes, I'm Beyonce. That's right.
I'm gonna shoot my shot, Beyonce. God.
Hey, you know what? You know what? If it ain't got a ring on it, then it's available.
Oh,
I'm sure she's married.
I don't think
If they wanted it, they would have put a ring on it.
I guess Ashley want me because she put a ring on my penis. But
Wow.
My God.
so listen, Beyonce. Actually, my goal here was to have sex with this really attractive hairy man. Would you like to join me in that endeavor?
You know, twist my arm.
Oh,
You
great.
twisted my arm. I was gonna do something else, but you sold me on it.
I'm trying to figure out how to like avoid all of this and like get into Sarah's room. I didn't think this far ahead.
I think at this point you could just leave.
Oh yeah, I'm not having sex with anybody.
What? Why are you trying to walk away? Yeah, you're not part of the talent, so you can't like walk around back here willy nilly.
I'm just looking for a washroom.
I can let you back out on the floor if you want to use the washroom there.
I'll hold it.
I've got a washroom in my room if you want a little bit more privacy.
Where is that in relation to Sarah's room?
Oh, it's right beside it. Yeah.
That's perfect.
It's great. I would love to use that. I also mime at Mose.
Mercy, you're bleeding right now, right?
No, I need to know what you mime because I know what you're thinking. How do you mime it?
Already ahead of you. You need
Can you wait? This is a podcast. You can't just show it. You gotta. You
Okay,
gotta
so I
paint a
put my
picture
hand up,
think
like
they get it.
I mimed glory hole.
about a 4-inch across one.
Yeah.
So since this is an audio podcast, I have put both of my fingers, both my hands together in a circle and put it up against, I guess, my face-ish area.
It's a really big 4 inches. Just saying.
That's I don't do. It's approximately 4 inches. I don't.
All right. He leads you guys into his room. Beyonce, Mose, David, and Mercy. When you walk into his room, you see it's like purple lighting, and there's just a smell of lavender floating throughout the air. You see Ashley is in the room, and she's in like a stringini, barely wearing anything. And her tattoo on her head is like freshly healed. It's this really cool skull tattoo that she got, and she's fully covered in ink. And she goes, "Oh my God, Sugar! I didn't actually think he was gonna show up. And you brought Beyonce? Oh, my man can pull. Look at you." I don't know where I learned how to do that voice.
I think it's just always been in you.
He goes, "Oh yeah, sure. Yeah. These other guys, I think they want to watch. But Mercy said she wanted to take a wee first, so we're gonna let her use the washroom. I guess we could all just sit and talk for a few minutes. While we wait for that." Yeah, it points to where the washroom is. It's in like a private little room, and the room is against the same wall that Seraphim's room would be.
I guess I go into the washroom and deploy the portable glory hole as close to like the ground. We are just to be clear, we are not using this for its intended purpose.
It's
I
like
buried in there.
Mose slyly passed you the glory hole, is what we're saying.
Here's that tampon you needed, Mercy. There you go.
Way to embarrass me! What are you, my fucking family? And I just slammed the door.
I just God.
You just get a
no,
text
she's
from
gonna be
Dad that
so-
says "I love you."
No, she's angry. She's gonna be in there for like a little while at this point. We shouldn't disturb her.
All right, Mercy, you go into this bathroom and you deploy the glory hole. The wall goes whoop and opens up a little hole, and can see
Automatically put the duct tape.
it even has a little sheet that you have to open. And you peek in and start to listen in on this conversation. Back out in the room, Beyonce, David with Henry and Mose. You're sitting there with Ashley. So how are you liking the event so far? You guys having a lot of fun?
What have you done so far?
Well, I've been back here practicing for the Karma Sluta, the cool dance thing that we're gonna be doing. We've just been practicing that. Oh,
Am I
I
still
did forget.
covered in lube?
Yes, I did forget to mention that he is wearing the thong that he showed you a picture of, and everything is barely contained. He's got a lot of chest hair, but no hair anywhere else.
Hey, you want to try some of this lube?
All right, I get. Sure. He holds his hands open for a hug.
Just be water based.
You just
I
rub.
just rub all over him. I want to get this lube off of me.
Did you just say it's gotta be water?
It better be. You do bad things to your latex if it isn't.
Yeah. Wait, are you rubbing me with non-water-based lube?
I don't know. It came from a little broggle or whatever the fuck they're called.
I mean, is it though? It's literally called boggle oil.
Yeah, it's like,
Sweat-like substance, they said, but it is also like black slime. So
No, it's fine. It's all right. It'll work.
We'll
I've
find
tested
out.
it. I've tested it. It's okay. Not as good as water-based lube, but like it's a good second.
what do you think about what the fuck is her name?
I
Beyonce?
can't tell you if you don't know her
The
name.
mayor lady.
Sarah.
Oh,
Yeah, what do you think of Serafina?
I think she's hot. but she won't be as good a mayor as Mose. Yeah, actually, I really like how she
Very
wants
doubtful.
to give more money to the arts, and I think that's cool. But Mose likes dogs, which is way cooler.
I was about
Yeah.
to say, did you know she's like anti-dog? Not even just dog neutral, anti-dog.
Oh my god! Someone should
Yeah.
fucking murder her.
Also,
You
Mose
never
like
loves-
loves French fries.
Beyonce says, you know, I'm a rich celebrity. I have people who could do
Who
that.
else loves pizza here?
Oh, what? You saying you could kill Seraphim?
Well, not me personally. I have people for that.
I don't think we should be killing anybody.
That's crazy.
Well-
That's crazy. Now listen, we don't have a lot of time before we have to go on stage. So your friend's taking quite a while in that bathroom. I'm thinking maybe we get down to business. What do you
Oh,
think?
yeah.
He
I look over at Mose.
Oh, it's a
He
time
just-
for the show? You better get going.
He just drops his thong to the ground. We cut over to Mercy in the room. Mercy, you're looking through this glory hole.
At an angle for safety reasons.
Oh my god. As you're peeking in, sorry, give me 1 second because my notes for this are pretty intense.
I understand. You got to look up your glory hole notes.
Yeah, it says here glory hole. It smells like coconut. No, just kidding. You see
Coconut.
Seraphim, and she is sitting on the edge of like a small little couch cushion, and she's got her fox mask up, and she's drinking a tea with her pinky out, elegantly poised, with her posture perfectly straight, her blonde hair perfectly straight on the side of her head as well. She once again looks just like perfection. She's drinking this tea and she's not staining her white outfit at all. You see one of her bodyguards approaches her. His back is to you. He takes off his mask and he says, "Miss, it seems like Taylor Morgan might be in the building." And she says, "Thank you, Benson, for letting me know that." And he puts his mask back on and goes and stands by the front door. And as you're watching, you see she's just drinking tea and nothing much of note else is happening in this room. As you're looking through, though, can you roll me perception or something akin to that? Yeah, perception or investigation I'd be okay with.
Okay, I rolled a 3 plus 5. I'm going to change
Inspiration?
that 3 to. He's gonna. Can he do that?
Say again?
So,
I missed what.
What did who said? Did somebody say it's
Tyler, what'd you say?
Yeah, I said, do you have inspiration still?
No, I used mine already.
Can I gift him mine?
That's fine. I'm okay
Go
with
for
that.
it. Go for it. Come on, not 20.
Okay, here we go. That was perception. 23. 18 plus 5.
Before even this, you recognize the name Benson. Benson is the lawyer that Mose has been trying to track down. There's something to do with his past. And apparently he's working as a bodyguard for Seraphim. You see Benson as he turns around and stands straight up, almost like a trick of the light. But the fox mask that he's wearing seems to shift to a red color and then back to a black color.
Okay. She's drinking tea, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does she have a teaspoon?
Yes.
You think they'd notice if I cast heat metal so she drops the fucking tea all over her nice white shirt?
Probably that's more of like needing subtle spell to be able to do that accurately. But if you wanted to do something to mess with her, this hole is perfectly sized for your ferret friend to squeeze through.
Good idea. So yeah, I take. I can communicate with him like telepathically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I take him out. It's like, all right, Stormy, it's your moment.
Sure.
Really
Sure.
fuck up her day. And I give him a little
Chris,
kiss and
Chris,
just
Chris.
stuff him in the glory hole.
he like squishes and then slurps through the hole, lands on the other side of the hole. You see he begins looking around and you don't see anything for the other bodyguards that she brought with her, but you do see her sitting ahead of, like, assuming you're like looking through his eyes.
Yep.
Yeah, you see Benson's got his back towards the door, kind of like guarding it in case somebody comes in, and she's sitting there drinking her tea. What do you want Stormy to do?
I can like dismiss him, right? And resummon him? Or like later?
We're technically, he's like, we're not playing with him as if he's an
Okay.
actual find familiar. I've given you some like leeway with that, like being able to cast spells through him and stuff like that.
Sure.
But I've been treating that more as like it's a druid animal relationship than an actual find familiar.
Okay. Got it. So if he bites it, then that's going to be it for Stormy, and I need him to not die.
So what I will say as well, I won't kill Stormy. We'll treat his HP as like fear points. So if he gets scared enough, he'll run and hide on you and won't be useful until he gets like a long rest and calms down.
Okay.
I won't. Yeah, I'm not killing your pet. He
That's
might get
important, that's
attacked,
important.
but it'll just build up how scared he is.
Yeah, so I just want him to like just run across her feet just to start. I don't want to do her harm specifically, just because I don't want him to get stomped on. But he's just gonna like pretend to be a mouse, just a spook.
Got it. I am going to look up something quick here. He goes and runs across her feet. When he does that, she gets a little scared. She goes, "What?" Benson, just without thinking, pulls a pen out of his pocket and just whips it like a kunai towards Stormy. What's Stormy's armor class? Doesn't matter. I rolled a nat 1. It hits the T, and T goes flying everywhere, and she goes, "Oh, you stupid what?" She gets T all over her. So we cut back, and Trevor's just dropped his his thong in front of you guys. He's fully nude, and he says, "So we gonna do this or what? I've only got a little bit of time. I'd like to have some fun. Maybe we do a little bit now, a little bit later.
Yeah.
Yeah,
With Mose. What?
of course, with Mose. Yeah, Mose can get it started, and then we'll join in
Wait.
after.
Mose is hiding behind the couch right now.
Hey, listen, man.
Mose. Hang on.
I think maybe you're not really that into me, Mose. Have you been leading me on this whole time?
Leading you on.
Hank, you know what? He's just shy. Let me go and talk to him. And Beyonce will go behind the couch with Mose. And then after a heart-to-heart talk that lasts way too short to have actually been a heart-to-heart talk, Mose comes out ready for action.
Oh my god.
Man, I wish I could shapeshift.
Real Mose.
I glance behind the couch one last time to see how fuming Mose is about this.
Real Mose, can you give me a stealth check?
Yes, my greatest stat.
Oh,
All right, hold on. Sorry, I forgot. I rolled those with disadvantage, so that's a 4.
Oh.
and if
Well, I
you would
didn't know.
like to, you can give him your advantage, Taylor.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, can I roll something to keep the guy's attention on me so that however bad Moses' stealth check is, performance,
Sure.
deception, whatever,
I'd say probably I'll give you deception for that one. It'll be against his insight.
yeah, it's like just pay attention to this. Never mind what Beyonce is doing behind the couch. I say, pay attention to this, and I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Oh my god.
Hang on, that was just one of them. I'm rolling with
Mhm.
inspiration. So we're going with the 26. Now, Beyonce makes it, or the real Mose makes a sound behind the couch because he rolled a shitty stealth check. And just as the guy's about to look in the direction of the couch, I say, "Hey, never mind what Beyonce is doing behind that couch. Pay attention to me."
All right. And he walks up to you fully nude,
And
grabs your
pre-lubed.
face. He's very lubed up, squishes into your body, and goes to kiss you.
I'm sitting on the couch watching.
Henry,
Henry,
said-
look away.
Hey,
Or
hey,
don't.
listen. You said we didn't have a lot of time. We don't have time for all this foreplay.
Yeah, no time. Get to it, boys.
Yes, get ready.
do you, Taylor, as Mose, do you kiss him?
Yeah, whatever. We could, whatever. Fade to black, whatever.
That's not this kind of game.
It's not.
David, you sit down beside Ashley on the couch, and she like nudges your arm and goes, "Oh my god, this is so hot!" And makes
talk to me.
she makes eye contact with you. The second she makes eye contact with you, you start to feel a little enamored with her eyes. It's very weird.
Me?
Yes. It seems very strange that you would be enamored with a female's eyes, but as you look in her eyes, something seems to change about her. And Taylor, as you are beginning to go in for a kiss to Mose, you begin to feel enamored by his eyes. Both of you roll me wisdom saving throws.
Oh,
Well, I wish I didn't waste one.
shit.
My God, my wisdom is 0 as well.
So it's mine. And
This is gonna suck. Surely the powers of being gay
15.
and surely the powers of gay and anime are on my side. 6.
No, it's precisely because you're gay that you're gonna fall for this, and that's
It's a
that's the dramatic
6.
irony.
I
So
can't think of a bigger
Taylor,
hell.
Ashley begins to lean in to go to kiss.
The hell
David.
the hell is not that a female is hitting on you. The hell is that for once in your life you're somehow weirdly into it. That's the hell.
So what I will say as well is you are technically a willing creature getting kissed right now, Taylor. Can you also give me a Constitution saving throw? You are not charmed right now, but you still did willingly go in for this kiss. David, you are currently charmed. And
8 is great.
an 8 on that one?
Yeah.
Okay, we will go into initiative at the start of the next session. You see both of these creatures suddenly change and they grow angelic wings, and around their waists appear some diapers as suddenly 2 cupids appear in front of you.
That's hot.
But
That is not hot.
very quickly, we cut back to Stormy as he comes running and jumping through the glory hole. But as he comes to run and jump back through it, you do see a very, very large shape with a scarf wrapped around its neck, wearing a fox mask. The other bodyguard was standing against the wall that the glory hole appeared in, and it appeared through their body. And as Stormy goes to run and jump through it, you become aware this is not a person. This is a robot. And Stormy jumps into the glory hole and back into Mercy's arms, and that's where we'll end the session.
Outlook not so good.
Oh man, how you guys feeling about that?
I mean,
He's being straight.
I just got fucking caught. I didn't want them to be a succubus. So I was like, what is the... Hello, my dumplings. Thank you for watching the Dump Stat. We stream the first and third Wednesday of the month live on Twitch, so make sure to follow our Twitch channel, Dragon_Teacup, to watch those, as well as occasional other D&D content, or hang out while I play some games. We do have special channel redeems where you can influence the campaign in strange, mysterious ways. We definitely appreciate it if you share it around with family and friends. We now have all of our links easily found on linktr.ee/thedumpstat. We will be kicking off Oops Only on June 18th. The world is called Tabula Rasa, and we are starting in prehistoric times with Oops Only Barbarians. I've seen the characters, and it's going to be crazy. Taflina is almost at its finale. We had to postpone the last session, but we're eyeing June 29th as our next date. The group is finally on the way to the Ravens Queen's Lost Temple. Valborough will be live for episode 13 on July 2nd. I'm very curious to see where this goes, considering the shenanigans they've wrapped themselves up in. And if you like the style of D&D we do and want to get more involved, make sure to ask for the Discord and the stream chat. We are more than welcoming to newcomers and have a little community growing on there. And don't forget to stay dumpy.
God, I'm so fucking rich, you guys.
Probably spend some money at some point, eh?
Spend money? I spent my money on the one piece of gear I needed, which
One
was
piece?
money to throw at problems.
One Piece.
I'm trying to figure out a way how to ruin this burlesque show, and I got that new tattoo that causes tidal wave, but I feel like that's just gonna give a flash dance situation. It's not gonna make it worse. It's gonna make it better. So Mercy is currently open to ideas.